Hello Year 5 and welcome to today's history session. Now, we're coming to the end or towards the end of our Roman unit now, and we've learned quite a lot about the Romans. However, we haven't learned about what was happening at the same time as the Romans or in the same place. So, we do know, what we already know so far, is the Roman Empire was massive and the army's tactics enabled it to be able to expand all the way across Europe, all the way through into Britain. However, it was not able to conquer Scotland. Now, in Scotland at the time, there were the indigenous tribe called the Picts. So today we're going to understand the importance of the Picts and how they were able to defeat or defend their territory over the Romans. So, as I said, the Romans were unable to invade Scotland because of their defences. Now, how we're going to do that, you're going to listen and read some information about the Picts. Halfway through, you will create your own design of a Pict stone, and we will come on to discuss what that would be like. Then we'll listen to a bit more information, and then you'll fill in the blanks for a writing passage. So, let's start very simply with who were the Picts? Now, the Picts were the indigenous people of northern Scotland. They were not a single tribe, but a group of tribes who are thought to have come originally from Scandinavia, settled first in Orkney and then migrated south. Now, Scandinavia is near Norway, so you've got Britain here, and Scandinavia is just over here, three Scandinavian countries that we now know as Norway, Sweden, and I will come back with you for the final one. They lived in Scotland before, during and after the Romans came, so they're there for quite a long time. Now, they are first mentioned as Picts by the Roman writer Eumenes in 297 CE, who referred to them as Picti, the painted ones, because of their habit of painting their bodies with dye, a bit like modern-day tattoos. Some people debate whether this is the true origin of their name, however, and it is now thought that they probably referred to themselves as the Pecht, the word for the ancestors, and this is where the name Pict has come from. So already we know they were around much before the Romans and they stayed much after. They were referred to by the Romans as the painted ones because they liked to put painted dye on themselves. Now, what were they like? They spoke a language called Pictish. No one speaks Pictish today, so we do not know much about the language. It's one of those things that's got lost in history as such. They lived in tightly knit communities and built their homes out of wood. The Picts were also thought to be excellent farmers, growing crops and keeping animals for food and clothing. Certainly, horses were important to the Picts, as they're depicted on many of their carved stones. Now, keep going with what they're like. Pictish symbol stones. Now, the Picts are famous for their symbol stones. These symbol stones give us clues about them. No one really knows what some of the symbols mean, but people have suggested they may represent names, status, or family groups. Their skill in stone carving is evident from the many engraved standing stones that still exist throughout Scotland and are housed in some museums. It's quite interesting to know that these types of things are still around today. They wouldn't have been able to have the technology we have today to carve into stone, so it would have been done all through hand. Now, these carved stone slabs are the only record the Picts left of their history. The rest of the stones are by later Roman, Scottish and different writers. Now, we're going to pause here, okay, for you to design a Pictish symbol stone. Now, I realise we haven't really done a lot about the Picts so far, and that's absolutely fine because as we've learned, the Pictish symbol stones were very difficult to understand and think about, and they're very unique to the Pictish people. Now, many of these stones, like it says, can still be seen through Scotland. We're not too sure what they mean. Now, you're going to design your own Pictish symbol stone. Now, it can be through drawing, it can be through writing. It's entirely up to you how you would like to lay it out as such. But think about the meaning of your symbols. It could be that the symbols you've got represent you or your family in some way, whether it's you've got 3 circles because it's you and your 2 siblings or you and your parents. It could be you've got different lines that are connecting you together. So for example, I'm going to show you what mine would be like. So if you're thinking about it, it's more like a family stone. So if I'm going to use the whole space, they used to use it in quite a symmetrical way. You will only need a pencil and a piece of paper for this. Okay. Now, I've drawn 3 here, which represents me and my sisters. I've got 2 sisters, okay? Or you can think about it, me representing the 2 cats that I've got as well. Okay, you can have different swirls coming round. It's entirely up to you what you would like on it, and as it says, we're not too sure what they all mean. Anyway, I'm having quite a big time doing this. Right, now it's your turn. Stop the video here, okay, and have a go at designing your own Pictish symbol stone.